Healthy relationships can really take time and effort, but when you build a healthy relationship, it really can pay off in dividends. Now, building a healthy relationship with money is no different. It can not only provide security and comfort, but it can also work towards you building financial independence. And it's going to build you your foundation for your relationship with money. Now, money is not going to buy you happiness if you manage it properly, if you save it properly, if you work with it properly. It can definitely provide you the right direction to live and a fulfilling and balanced life going forward. Before we get started, I want you to know that I'm not a financial advisor, that I am just some guy on the internet. Now let's walk through 5 tips. Tip number 1, emergency fund. This might be one of the most boring and mundane parts of personal finances. And you might even get more excitement out of watching paint dry. Okay, maybe not that boring. Building an emergency fund can really help you when you have those catastrophic events in your life. This could be anything. This could be a furnace breaking in your home, driving to work and your transmission goes on your car, or you're just like filling up your favorite latte and that coffee machine breaks and now you can't get any more coffee. Either way, you're going to need to set aside some money. And a good start is to start with $500 to $1,000 set aside for your emergency fund. So if you don't have $500 to $1,000 set aside, go do that right now.
Okay, you done it?
Start with $500 to $1,000 tucked under your mattress.
That's where I keep my tendies.
But really, put those funds, that $500 or $1,000, in a high interest savings account. There's a link below in the description for EQ Bank, and right now you're gonna get 1.25% interest in that account, or any sort of high interest savings account. It's really about having liquid money sitting there so that if any of those catastrophic events happen, then you can grab it out right away. Now, once you have a $500 to $1,000 runway or emergency savings, you're not gonna stop there. Just make sure to keep this in mind, because you're gonna come back here in a little while and you're gonna make sure to save up 3 to 6 months. Tip number 2, pay off debt. All right, so paying off debt. If we can pay off high interest debt as soon as possible, this is gonna save you time and it's gonna save you money. You're not gonna have to work all those extra overtime hours just to pay down that debt. That's just gonna continue to build, and each month it just grows and grows if you don't pay it off quick enough. Start with a debt payoff schedule, and one of the easiest ways to do it is to look for that smallest debt. So do you have a credit card that's $500 and you have another credit card that's $1,200? Pay down that $500 debt right away. Pay the minimum on everything else and make sure you pay all that extra money towards that smallest debt, and you're gonna get a quick win and then you can move on. This is called the debt snowball. You need to do this right after you have that $500 to $1,000 in your emergency fund. This is also going to help you motivate yourself, and future you will thank you for paying that debt down. Tip number 3, automate your savings. Set up an automatic deposit into your savings. All right, so tip number 3 is set up automatic deposits into your savings. And this isn't just for savings, but this is also for your investing account. So I'm gonna give you a pro tip. As soon as your check goes into your account, those are the dates that you should automatically have withdrawals coming out. So it's like paying yourself first. Make sure those automatic withdrawals come out right away, and then you're not even gonna notice. And why do you do it? So that it comes off right off the top. It's so you don't spend it, so you don't spend that extra money that's sitting in your bank account. This is also gonna help you supercharge that emergency fund. As soon as that money goes into that savings and starts building, you're not even going to notice. Next thing you know, 3 or 4 months have gone by and you already have your 3 to 6 month emergency fund because you've paid off your debt, and now your emergency fund is stocked full, and now you're ready to start investing. This also applies to investing, so that you don't FOMO into the market, you don't have this fear of missing out and end up getting wrecked because you dove in when you saw the market going up and up. When you have it automatically coming out of your checking or whatever account you have, and it goes directly into your investing account, and then you invest it at that point in time, what you're doing is you're dollar cost averaging, and you're not worried about timing the market, or you're not putting lumps of money in as the market's going up and kind of getting scared as the market goes down because you drop so much money in there. Bottom line on this is you're already a super busy person. You have so much going on in your life. You don't have to think about looking at charts all day long, looking at candlesticks, whether they're red or green, or your stock that you're looking at is just trading sideways. Don't worry about it. Set it to automatically just come out of your account and you don't have to think about it. Tip number 4, contribute to your retirement. Maximize your employer pension contribution. Often companies will match your RRSP contribution if you're in Canada, or your 401k contribution if you're in the US. Now, who doesn't like free money? What this does is it gives you 100% return immediately.
100% return. 100%.
So if your company matches at 5% and you make $10,000 a year, what that means is every $500 that you put in, your company is also going to put $500. Or every $100 you put in, your company's gonna put in $100, up to 5% of your income. That's pretty awesome. So you'll be investing 10% of your income, but actually only have to contribute 5%. If you're not doing this, make sure to start this now. Talk to your employer, find out if they do this. And one of the great things about these kind of employer matching programs is they come right off your check before taxes. So you're gonna have a paycheck. Your 5%, let's say it's $100 a paycheck, your $100 comes off, your employer contributes an extra $100. 100% gain right away. Awesome. That makes me happy. Does it make you happy? Absolutely it does. It makes you smile when you see extra money going into your retirement and your employer is just incentivizing you to do that. I'm not actually sure why employers do this. Maybe it's to incentivize their employees, or maybe they actually care about their employees and want to see them have a great retirement later on in life. Again, this is automatic. So when it's automatic, you won't even notice it. Set everything on auto. Do you like your cruise control on your car? Yes. If you're flying a plane, do you like autopilot? Probably. If you're driving in your Tesla? Autopilot? Maybe. Tip number 5, start investing now. Invest in your 401k, your Roth IRA, your RRSP, your TFSA now. Once you've gotten to this point, no matter what age you are, start investing in tax sheltered accounts right away. So you'll want to max out your tax sheltered accounts before you start using a personal account that's taxable. So in Canada, we have a TFSA and we have the RRSP. Quickly, your TFSA is money that has already been taxed. You put that money into your TFSA and then invest it. You're not gonna pay any tax on the capital gains, and you're not gonna pay any tax once you remove that. The RRSP, on the other hand, is tax deferred. So this is gonna bring your overall net taxable income down by however much you've contributed to your RRSP, but in the future, you're gonna have to pay taxes on that when you remove it from the account. Any capital gains in the account, you don't pay taxes on. You just pay taxes on whatever you remove. So I guess you do pay taxes on those capital gains because you'll be removing them, but you won't be paying taxes if they gain inside the account. That's confusing, but don't worry about it. We'll have some sort of RRSP video in the future. Your money is gonna grow tax-free and you're gonna thank your future self for it. That's a lot of thanking today.
You're welcome.
Overall, here is the biggest point. Healthy relationships are good. Healthy relationships are good for you. Healthy relationships are good for me. And a healthy relationship with your money is a good thing. Again, not because it's going to bring you happiness. You're not gonna be like,
Yes, healthy relationship.
but because it's gonna bring you a fulfilled and well-balanced life. When you're drowning in debt and you just can't seem to catch up, it doesn't bring a well-balanced life. All you're doing is working and working and working to pay down that debt, and you're not contributing anything to your retirement. You're not contributing anything to help pad your future and build that nest egg. This will give you the foundation for your wealth building, for your financial independence journey. Thanks for watching. I really enjoyed having you here, and I hope to see you guys next week. Bye.